know what is what.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
This is for the Living Dead.
My local Albertsons got a Pokemon card machine. I got some.
Crazy, what the fuck?
You gonna open them on stream?
Gonna get
Nah, I already opened them up.
Oh,
just tape them and then do it again. Make a video about it. Just have Pokemon the first movie playing in the background while you're just opening cards.
Mhm.
Nice.
Singing the Pokemon theme song to yourself.
I went earlier in the morning, and I was able to buy 2, and then I went back in the afternoon, and I was able to buy 1 more. So I got 3 today.
Hell yeah!
And you opened all of them already?
Yeah, I fucking
Nice. Did you get any shinies?
No.
Oh.
I mean, they all have hollows, but no shinies. And there's a lot of fucking Pokemon that I have no fucking idea who the fuck they
Yeah,
I
are
don't
and what they
recognize
do.
any of them.
It's so crazy.
I played what was it, Sword, that came out in 2016 or something.
Uh-huh.
And it was a cool game, but I'm I don't know these Pokemon. Which ones are good?
Yeah.
Is my squad good? Do I have, or am I using a fucking mid ass fucking fire type Pokemon right now? What am I using? Am I using a Magmar equivalent? What do I have out here?
Yeah,
it's pretty.
There's one. He's called Keyfling, and he's it's like a ring of keys.
Hey man.
Yeah, it's a ring of keys.
Like an actual ring of keys?
Yeah. It's Pokemon.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's also one that's 2 skyscrapers. It's like a building. Yeah.
Nice.
So fucking crazy.
AI generated slop.
They got bored. They couldn't come up with anything else.
That's so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Imagine just busting that out. What is this?
Dude, that's
the Twin Towers, and you just play your airplane Pokemon.
There is an airplane Pokemon, so that's fucking hilarious.
Fuck.
Oh man.
All right, let's get started. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Cult of the Living Dead. We are sticking international this week, and we are covering 2002's City of God. This is a Brazilian film. As always, I'm your host, The Dale, followed by my 2 co-hosts, Mr. Saya.
Yo.
And Twan.
Hola.
So, quick reminder for first-time listeners and returning guests, we are a cult movie podcast. We cover cult classics, B movies, and horror. All of these opinions are subjective. None of us are academically trained in film critique. If you guys haven't had a chance to listen to our last episode, make sure and you go ahead and check that out. We did Tetsuo the Iron Man. It was our 3rd Japanese film in a row. We are addicted to Japanese films.
I miss it. We gotta go back. Take us back to Japan.
Fucking weird movie.
I want another Japanese movie after this.
Please no.
Please no.
I don't know, man.
Say please,
the Japanese movies were cool, but a spoiler alert, I think this movie was better than those 3 movies. This movie was wild. This movie was a wild ride.
I wasn't saying this movie is bad or good. I was just saying I want to go back to Japan.
Yeah.
For their movies.
Their movies are cool.
Their movies are great. I'm tired. I want to go home.
Burnt out.
I've had enough vacation. I want to go back.
So this was Twan's first time watching City of God, correct?
Correct.
And Saya, how many times have you seen this movie?
I think I've seen it 3 times.
This is my
This was my
second.
3rd. This was my 3rd time.
This is my 2nd. And I think the first time I saw it in clips. I don't even think I saw it fully.
Saw it in clips? How do you see this movie in clips?
Just blacking out and
it was on it
oh.
it was on in the background, you know what I mean? But I was doing other shit. I might have been fucking smoking weed or something. So
It's
like
a
I wasn't
hard
like
movie to watch in the background.
fully paying attention.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like I'd come in and be like, oh shit, what's going on? Like why is Rocket older now? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one of those movies where you have to sit and like
Oh yeah, for
pay
sure.
attention. I mean, it's fully in Portuguese. There's no English dub.
Not only that, but the storytelling is they do a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I like. I like the flashback and like the exposition they'll do.
Mhm.
They're
It's so
like,
Yeah, it was cool.
definitely layered.
Mhm.
but
like,
before we get into it, we need to talk about these guys.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
We're like, okay. Who are these
Yeah.
fuckers? Yeah, it's definitely layered. It's like an onion for sure.
It's like a Brazilian Tarantino flick.
It kind of feels that
Kinda,
way
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
segmented and kind of jumps, the timeline jumps a little bit, but then in the end it all just everything makes sense. And then
Yeah. And I feel like the movie is told, it's either like hyper violent or it's just like dialogue focused like storytelling, and there's like no in between.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
either people just kind of hanging out talking or people like dying. Like that's it's like the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it
Made the world feel lived in.
Phil lived in.
Yeah, it
do you
felt
mean?
like it felt like it did a good job of portraying like people just in a situation
Mm,
like living like if you made a movie about like what it's like to live in like I don't know fucking LA or something. That's kind of
Blood
like
in,
what
blood
this
out.
movie felt like. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I
the
can see that.
the story of a neighborhood.
Yeah, story of a neighborhood. The neighborhood
And-
was the main character.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like how two people growing up in the same neighborhood had the same chances led to completely different lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I feel
I
like
appreciate it about the film.
That is pretty much what this movie's about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. That's a good comparison. I like Rocket as our narrator too. I think
He's a good narrator.
he's a really good narrator. He's a little funny too, like the way he
Yeah.
tells his stories of like, we're not going to talk about that guy just yet. And then he like continues on. He's like, now we're going to talk about this guy. And he like kind of goes back. Like, yeah, it makes it really easy to follow. Even
Yeah,
though,
the script writing was really good.
even though the story itself is very vast and it goes through generations of time, I think from the 60s all the way down to the 80s, but like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's really well written. And his
You
narrative is great.
you saying that kind of like I had a light bulb moment. It makes sense that his narration is so good because in the end he ended up being a journalist. So it's like
Mhm.
this is his fucking
The
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's recounting like his life.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the script writing and the directing in this movie. I thought was really good. Like the editing of it,
Yeah.
like the way it jumped between scene to scene,
Mhm.
and how the neighborhood itself was also a narrator. How you start off with those like houses and like dirt roads,
Mhm.
and then it's like now we're in the 70s, and it's like a fucking like actual city.
City.
It's like damn that
Yeah.
shit. Because I remember a scene where they're like, oh look, cool, a light post. And they're all like hyped for getting their like first light post in the city.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it's like a fucking whole off like neighborhood favela. I was like, damn, they built that shit up quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Well, quick and not, because I think it's the 60s to the 80s, so it's like 20 years of like building.
Yeah, I guess, but from where they were to where they got to.
Yeah, 20 years.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You could do a lot in 20 years.
Yeah. Speaking of the directing and the writing, Dale, who directed and who wrote this movie?
So the
Who
director
started it?
was Fernando Meirelles. And the thing that I know him best from is most recently he did The Two Popes, the movie with Anthony Hopkins.
Mm,
And I forget who the other guy was. It's about
and
like
the other
That-
Pope,
That come out recently?
2018.
Jonathan Price,
Damn, Popes so hot right
2019.
now.
Sir Jonathan Price. The
And
second
then he
Pope?
also did The Constant Gardener, which is another movie I saw from his.
Is that the one where it's like a hitman?
I think so, yeah.
Nice.
Hmm.
That's cool.
And it was also co-directed by
Is he constantly
Kátia
gardening? Sorry.
Lund. I think the gardening is killing people,
Twan.
popping heads.
Sorry.
Twan.
It's like that movie, The Accountant, but is it just shooting people?
There's no actual accounting done in it.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's just
Sayo
murder.
went to go watch and he's like, I'm so disappointed. No
Didn't
numbers
see-
were
I didn't see
crunched.
Where are all the
a single
numbers in this fucking
spreadsheet.
movie? I didn't see them using Excel once in that movie, dude. It was so sad.
All the formulas. No, never mind. They didn't even use VLOOKUP.
They didn't.
Trash. Unrealistic garbage. I should have watched a Marvel movie. Oh man. So it was written, the adapted screenplay was done by Braulio Mantovani, and it's based off a novel written by Paulo Lins, and I guess the movies and the novel is loosely based around his life, and Rocket is loosely based around him.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's a
That's
book
cool.
that came out in the 90s.
You-
And the music was done by Ed Cortez and Antonio Pinto, and he's worked on Collateral,
Mm.
The Host, and most recently The Mosquito Coast, which was a Apple TV show.
Wait, those
the-
rhyme.
Nice.
Wait, let's go back.
Nice.
Say it again, Dale. Say it again.
Collateral, The Host, and Mosquito Coast. Oh yeah, it does rhyme. Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's cool. A lot of these people went on to be like pretty successful after this movie. I mean, it makes sense.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
This is a
mean,
great
this movie's
fucking
great.
film.
Yeah.
The one thing that I found was kind of crazy that this movie was not picked as a finalist for the 75th Academy Awards for the Best Foreign Film category.
Racist.
For
Yeah,
real.
it's crazy.
What the fuck? What do you happen to know the finalists?
I looked it up and I didn't recognize any of them
Mm,
because I was like, what won that year? And I
yeah.
was like, I don't know. I haven't seen any of these movies.
Well, I think it was just this year they changed their award system, and now all the judges they have to watch all the movies.
That's
Whereas
crazy.
before they didn't have to, so they can just watch a single movie and be like, "That's my vote."
Mhm.
Just not even watch any other film, which is crazy. Yeah,
That is crazy.
Like how that like opens up like a whole conversation piece of like, what the fuck have the judges been doing this whole time? You know, like
Ridiculous.
like how have we allowed this to go on for so long? Because there's so many good movies out there that are like not just your standard American movie or like lower key movies like this movie. I mean, technically, because it didn't win, almost a low key movie, but it's a great fucking film.
Let's see
Yeah.
what won Best Picture the 75th Academy Award. The winner was Chicago. This movie's better than Chicago.
Chicago
This movie's better than Chicago.
racist.
You know what's weird though is that it was denied for the 75th, but the director was nominated for Best Director for this movie for the following year for the 76th Academy Award. And it's one of the few times where
Okay.
a director has been nominated for Best Director, but the film was not nominated for Best Picture.
Crazy.
This film was not better than the 76th award winner though.
Who
What
was that?
76?
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
That is a fucking biased ass take.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping it real,
That's-
man.
That's okay though. That's okay.
All right, let's
We're
get
about
to our
start
cast.
a fucking Lord of the Rings feud right now on the podcast.
So one thing that's crazy about the cast of this movie is that only one person in this entire movie is a professional actor.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Everyone else are people who are either from the actual city of God or neighboring favelas that got hired to play these characters. One, because they wanted it to be was it more legit? And two, I guess in Brazil there weren't a lot of like young black actors.
Mhm.
During the time that they made this film, there was like, I think like 4, they said like kid black actors that were prominent in Brazil. And then like 10 years later, there were like hundreds, but at the time it wasn't really a thing. So they're like, cool, we'll just get kids. And from the neighborhood in like 2000, tried out, and then 100 of them got the gig. So the only actual actor was Carrot. Everyone else was not an actual like actor.
Crazy.
That's cool.
What was
Yeah, their acting was good, dude. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They spent like 80 days in or 8 months in an acting camp learning how to act. So they put the 100 kids in an acting camp, and then that's how they got their skills.
Oh, what's that fucking acting camp? And how do we get more actors to go through that camp?
I know, right?
We got people like Gal Gadot coming out. Like, dog, send her ass to that camp.
Okay, the porter.
the person who plays the older version of, or I think we don't see her as a kid, but Angelica, the girlfriend, the one.
Oh, the chick from Predators.
Yeah. Was that her first movie?
Yeah, it's her first movie.
Oh, that's cool. Damn,
Nice.
she's done a lot of stuff too.
Alice Braga.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's most recently was in Dark Matter. I think that's an Apple TV series. I haven't seen it.
I heard it's about a man who gets like abducted, and then
yeah, it's an alien show.
His
right?
whole like reality shifts like after that, like his whole perception of reality. I think he's forced to fight like a war or something like that.
Crazy.
Sounds
pretty
cool.
Yeah.
And then she was in the Suicide Squad.
Suicide.
Who was she? Rat Girl? Is that Rat Girl?
No, she was remember when Flag gets like they meet up with those like rebels and like Peacemaker like murders a couple of them accidentally, and they're like, no, they're on our side.
She was the rebel leader.
Oh yeah,
the rebel leader.
They murdered all of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a couple of them. They murdered the whole fucking squad, dude.
That's right. Yeah, she was the rebel leader.
Oh yeah, that girl.
Yeah, but I know her best from Predators.
Yeah,
Predators.
So we have Rocket, who's played by Alexandre Rodriguez. He was in Paradise City. A lot of these people seem to have actually had a pretty long career. After this movie, they're just like in a bunch of like various projects. Most of which I haven't seen. We have Little Z, who's played by Leandro Fortmino. And crazy thing about Little Z, when he showed up to the audition, he didn't even want to be an actor. He was just like going just to keep his homie company.
Mm.
And then they were like, hey, why don't you act? He's like, all right, fuck it. And they're like, hey, you're pretty good. He got like the second main role in the movie.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Wait, the older or the younger Lil Z?
The older.
Mm.
The older Lil Z.
Nice.
Imagine little kid Z was just like
went to go support his friend.
Yeah, he just went to go be a homie and then get picked up because young little Z is pretty cool too.
I forget which one in it. I don't know if it's Little Dice or one of the little kids was like in an actual gang.
Oh dang!
Like during the time of filming.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dang. Reality, bro. So I mean, like gangs haven't stopped in Brazil, right? So
dude. So they had to film in like a neighboring favela. They wanted to film in City of God, but there was a current gang war going on while they were making the movie, so they couldn't do it. It was too violent.
Damn.
Dude, the favelas of Rio de Janeiro are like super violent. It's fucking crazy out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard.
We have Benny, who's played by Felipe Hugginson. And I think, I'm not sure if this guy's his brother, but we have Caballeria, played by Jonathan Hugginson. And then Carrot, played by, I think it's Matthew Nachergale. And we have Knockout George, who's played by Sue Jorge. And he was in Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he's like a popular singer in Brazil. And then Angelica, who's played by Alice Braga. And we said earlier, she's in Predators, Dark Matter, and the Suicide Squad. Apparently, Knockout George was what they came up to for the US, but his name, like, actually is like chicken something. Because I guess, like, being called a chicken in Brazil means you're a womanizer. Not like a coward, but they're like, well, that won't translate because everyone will think he's a coward in the United States if you call him a chicken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, well, knockout is like someone when you're good looking. So that's why they call him Knockout George. Which is funny though, because the term knockout is usually, I feel like I've only heard it used to describe women.
Yeah.
Like you would think they'd call him like handsome George or something, but
And
Those
he's at a level above handsome,
he's a knockout. I thought it meant that he had good hands. I'm like, does this fool like just knock people out?
right?
I was ready for him because they like Rocket says it. He's like, well, until Knockout George came along, and I was like, oh damn, is he gonna knock out like Lil Z? Is like he just like they go fucking toe to toe because no one's down to scrap in this movie. Everyone's trying to blast. No one's got hands.
They don't
Yeah.
need to, dude.
That's just a coward's way to fight.
It's the culture.
Put your hands out. I know, dude. Like, how easy is it to get a gun in fucking Brazil, dude? They're handing out guns like they're fucking candies on fucking Halloween.
Organized crime for you.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was crazy.
It's a arms dealer. What was that one dude, the curly hair that was selling them all those guns towards the
Yeah.
end?
But I thought he was Italian, but I don't know if he was. But he was like balding with the curly hair.
Yeah.
He was selling to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing both sides, so he always comes out on top.
Hey, until you don't.
It's the risk.
All right, let's see the synopsis and then we'll get into the movie. All right, let's start it off. All right, City of God synopsis. Set in the slums of Rio de Janeiro, City of God chronicles the rise of organized crime over a 2-decade period from the late 1960s to the early 1980s. The story is told through the eyes of Rocket, a shy, aspiring photographer who grows up surrounded by violence but longs to escape it. So the narrative begins with a flashback of the early days of the favela, focusing on a group of young thieves known as the Tender Trio, consisting of Rocket's older brother Goose, along with Clipper and Shaggy, who I believe is the older brother of Benny. The Tender Trio were romanticized as Robin Hood-like figures whose small-time crimes were used to help the community. Their bloody end helped pave the way for a more violent wave of crime in the City of God. Enter Little Dice, a trigger-happy fucking psychopath of a child who aspires to be a crime lord, and his best friend Benny, the level-headed negotiator. During a robbery orchestrated by the Tender Trio, Little Dice executes a brutal massacre, revealing a sadistic thirst for power and violence. After being blessed by a witch doctor, he is reborn as Little Z, a feared and psychotic drug kingpin who brings order to the slums through fear, intimidation, and murder. As Little Z gains control over the drug trade, he eliminates rivals and enforces his rule through violence and fear. His best friend and enforcer, Benny, is the only person who keeps him grounded. Benny is the anchor for Little Z's empire, whose personality unites the favela. But when Benny is accidentally killed, Little Z becomes even more unstable. Meanwhile, Rocket tries to stay uninvolved, working menial jobs and pursuing his photography as his ticket out of the slums. Without Benny to keep him in check, Little Z starts to unravel. During a raid against Carrot, Little Z commits a horrific act against an innocent bystander of the favela, prompting Knockout Ned, a former soldier, to seek revenge. Ned allies with other criminal factions, and an all-out gang war erupts in the City of God. The favela descends into chaos as child soldiers and teenage hitmen are drafted into the escalating conflict. Rocket finds himself torn between documenting the violence and staying silent. His photos of the gang war caught the attention of a newspaper, offering him his chance to escape. Little Z is finally gunned down by a gaggle of ravenous children, and the cycle of violence continues in the City of God.
Nice.
I feel like that was the big takeaway from this movie. That like, it's
Never
just like
ending.
violence begets violence begets violence.
Mm-hmm. The begetting.
These fucking
Violence was
kids.
begot.
I feel like the next generation of kids was way worse than the first generation of kids.
Oh, by far.
Oh,
It was
but-
crazy.
Funny that you say that. So the runts, those little kids, when they're
Mhm.
walking around, they're like, "Oh, what if we call ourselves like the Red Brigade?"
Mm-hmm.
So the Red Brigade is the most notorious gang in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh,
Oh,
like
shit.
currently, like in real life.
Yeah, in real life.
Dang.
So the Little Runts become like the biggest gang ever in Rio de Janeiro.
Um,
So it
Makes
does
sense.
get worse.
they were pretty ruthless, but also to be fair, what happens to them is pretty fucked up. Well, what happened to one of them was pretty fucked up. I guess two of them, but yeah,
Yeah, like one dies, and the other one becomes all gimped out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, get down. What a sentence.
Oh man.
Poor
We
kid.
touched
The dude's definitely missing toes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. That scene was rough to watch though.
dude, the way people are just like unceremoniously killed in this movie is very different from how murder is portrayed in the West. Like think about
Yeah.
a
I
gangster
think-
movie here in the United States. Like when somebody's like a mobster's gunned down, they're all like flailing and shit. It's all dramatic. You got the orchestral music going in the background.
Mhm.
Here it's just like boom. All right, let's go.
I think it
On
really
the next one.
it paints a picture of like life and culture out there. Like
Yeah.
people die and you don't get flowers, you don't get a song, you don't get extra time. Sometimes people didn't even see you die until you find out that you're dead later on, so you just wake up dead sometimes. So
Yeah, it's like it's so common. Like it's such a part of everyday reality. It's kind of like, oh yeah, so and so was shot. Like, okay.
mhm. I would like to go to Brazil and like specifically Rio de Janeiro. I think that'd be really dope. But I don't know their like culture out there, but it seems like I feel like this painted a really good picture for me of that area during this time. Like I feel like it really immerses you into the world of like welcome to the city of God. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we were talking about earlier about how I was saying how this movie tells us. We were saying how it tells the story of a neighborhood,
Mhm.
similar to like Blood In, Blood Out.
Mhm.
And I like how when it starts off, the criminals are like pretty small time, but they're more geared towards like helping the neighborhood, kind of the same way crime started out here in LA.
Mhm.
It was a way to like protect your community.
Yeah.
And then like once drugs got involved, like it became about like power
Yeah.
and how it turned into way more chaos and way more violent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when like Little Z controlled basically everything but Carrot's territory, he did kind of stop crime in the city, other than
Yeah.
like drug addiction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He was able to enforce somewhat of a law for the time that he was in power.
It was
And that's why we got that scene where he killed a little kid. Well, not him, but he had a little kid kill a little
Killed a
kid.
little kid.
yeah.
He was just enforcing his power, and it's like it's almost like a backwards way of thinking. It's like I want to make my neighborhood good. It get rid of the violence, but introduce drugs.
I feel like that's a good drive for like an antagonist in any like movie. I mean, taking it to the extreme, like Thanos, his mission was to wipe out half of everything in order to make sure that there was like full peace. And then in Infinity War, like he's like, I figured it out. I just have to murder everybody and then build it all new again. You know what I mean? So I feel like I can understand it. Like Little Z's mission was to try to help out his like neighborhood and his people, but he did it in the most like vicious way possible. But then there was like some type of dissonance because it was like, how do I hold power? Oh yeah, I'll sell drugs to make sure that like I'm like in control of everything that's going on. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
But he was a really good main antagonist though.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he was.
I've seen it come up a lot of times where they've put little Z up there as like one of the great villains of like I don't know, gang mafia like cinema or like cinema in general.
Yeah.
Because he's such a fucking psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
little kid version of him as an adult, it seems like he chills out a little bit, maybe but he's still very crazy. But as a kid, like a little 7-year-old kid, like being as murderous as he is like crazy.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
then again, what he's like just out of high school. He's like 18 or something when he takes over everybody's territory.
Yeah. Is he? I feel like maybe he is a little bit more calm, but Benny like helps him kind of stay on that like that path for a little bit. But then once Benny is gone, then it just all goes. I think he like reverts back to his 7-year-old self where he's just on a rampage.
Yeah.
That scene when he goes to the hotel was crazy, dude. And you don't see that scene till there's like a flashback later, right? Like when it's like discovered that there's just a bunch of dead bodies in there.
Well, we learned that there's a bunch of dead bodies.
Well, immediately, but
Like,
you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, pretty close, but we don't know how they were killed because we don't see the Tender Trio kill any of them.
Yeah.
And then it's later revealed that it was fucking Lil Z just laughing maniacally, just executing people.
Yeah.
That dude was crazy. Would you? I think I would agree though. I think he's a great villain. He kind of reminds me of he's like even more unhinged than
Joker.
No. What's his name in Casino or Goodfellas? Are you make a laugh? What am I, a clown?
Oh, Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci's character. Like I feel like he's that level of like crazy.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's very, very unhinged, like short fuse. He could be laughing and cordial with you one moment, but like the snap of a finger, he's murdering you. Like,
like
very,
when he
very loose cannon.
Like after he gets stabbed, remember he just like kills that dude with the dreadlocks who's always trying to kiss his ass.
Because he was just talking too much.
Yeah, like he's always tells him to shut up, and like this time he wasn't listening, so he just like nonchalantly shoots him in the face. He's like, "Shut up, so and so," and he just like walks off. I was like, "Oh shit, dude, that was ruthless."
Yeah.
Like everyone outside of Benny was like disposable.
Yeah, I really liked Benny.
Benny was
everyone
cool.
liked Benny. Benny was like fucking Rico Suave.
Yeah, Benny was cool. And he was like chill. I like that scene when it's like Benny was cool with all the groups. Like he was like cool with the, what do they call them? Like the party people,
there's like the samba people, there's like the rocker people, there's like the other drug dealers. I forget. Yeah, they name like all the little cliques that
like
were in
groups
in the favela, and he was like cool with all of them.
Benny's just kicking it with everybody, like he's just having a good time. Yeah. Benny just wanted to party. And he wanted to get the fuck out with his girlfriend.
I mean, Benny was so cool that like when we first see Rocket as a teenager, he's like, "I'm in love with Angelica, like I want her." Kind of gets her from Thiago, but then Benny comes into the picture and he's like, "Man, Benny's so cool, you can have her. It's cool."
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care anymore, dude. Yeah. It's fine. I lost it. I can't compete with Benny. It's all good. Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. Fucking Benny. What'd you guys think of the way the movie jumps around? I like the storytelling of it. It was very Tarantino like.
It was. It worked well, and at no point in time do you ever like lose track of the through story. And it, I don't know, it added a sense of like relief at times because of the heavy themes and the heavy subject matter. Like every time he would come up to narrate, it was a little bit of like relief, like a breath of fresh air almost. But the way that it was filmed, I love this shit. I love these type of movies where it kind of jumps around, but it all comes together at the end. When it's done well, it works really well.
I don't feel like it jumped around too much. Like it didn't give me Memento vibes. I think the big jump that we get is in the beginning, because the beginning starts in the 80s.
Yeah, the beginning starts at the end.
And then it starts at the end, and then it goes to the beginning, which is in the 60s. And then we get the storytelling through the periods of like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I like that. Also, I guess within each segmented block, there is like a little bit of like jumping of the storytelling because he's finding out info as he's getting it. So like we don't
Yeah.
find out about Lil Dice or Lil Z murdering all those people until the end of the 60s period. I think he finds out about that at the same time that his brother gets killed by Lil Dice, right? So it's like
Yeah.
I like that we're learning things with Rocket as he's narrating stuff, but he's still the narrator of everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, they did a really well job of like segmenting it out.
Yeah.
We're with Rocket, so we don't get what is it? Like audience superiority, where like us as the audience have information that the characters don't have. Because of the way it's Rocket telling the story. So we only have the information that Rocket has available to him. So it's cool because it gives it like almost some of the stories are almost like, I don't want to say like fairy tale like, but because it's secondhand, it's the way Rocket heard it. So then like he's retelling it. Some of the things that happen seem like really big, but they're done in like a really good way.
Like what?
Yeah, when you say really big,
Let me think. What's an example I had in my head? I don't know. I'll come back to it.
Okay. I wasn't expecting, even though I had seen this movie before, I forgot that like what happens to the trio. I forgot their whole story. And like how they all basically like end. You know what I mean? Like I forgot that his brother basically gets murdered by Lil Z.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
And then who's the other guy like just leaves and like joins, he goes to like church, like he's
becomes
just like,
a priest.
Clipper?
Yeah.
Clipper becomes a priest.
Yeah.
I remember what happens to Benny's brother. I remember that
Shaggy?
scene of him getting like gunned down while he's pushing the car.
Yeah.
That scene reminded me so much of two movies put
28
together,
Weeks?
Boys in the Hood and Platoon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, dude. Both of those mashed together is City of God.
It even goes in like slow-mo.
Yeah, all they were missing is the Diageo for strings.
Yep. That was all it needed.
It's fucked up what happened to Shaggy.
Dude, there's so much that happens in this movie that's just like fucked up. Like what happens to Shaggy? What happens to Shorty's wife? Where he just murders her with a shovel.
Oh, dude,
Yo, I forgot about that.
Like all this, like these random side characters that like you meet and like they just like they die or something happens to them. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Like this world is so like randomly violent.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was a crazy little subplot. The whole fucking Shorty and his wife and the brother.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that.
The whole conversation about getting a cold banana and inserting it while you're getting eaten from the back. And then when she's cheating on him, there's a banana on the bed.
Yeah.
That was like, it was like kind of funny, but then she immediately gets murdered and you're like, oh, this isn't funny anymore.
For real.
And the dude just fucking whacks her across the face with a shovel. Like, oh, it's a kill shot right there.
Yep. And then he turns in. That's how he dies, right? The brother, because he turns him in.
Shorty's getting arrested, and he's like, "You want to find the murderers or the thieves? Like that's one of them right there."
Yeah.
So it's like he was so close to escaping, and he wasn't able to.
And then the cops are just as bad as the criminals in this movie.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also like the way I took that is that it was a big class like divide, and like we're doing that because of like who these people were, and in the beginning, like so that the City of God didn't start off as like an actual city; it started off as like a refugee center, right?
Yeah, it was like a village where they sent people to get him out of like. From what he said, it was like an overpopulated area.
It was
of like
refugees.
The main...
Yeah. From fuck. Yeah, I forgot where they were coming from.
Wasn't it? Weren't they from Rio? From like the heart of Rio, and then it grew outwards. Because aren't the favelas on the outskirts of Rio de Janeiro?
I don't know.
I'm trying to look it up.
Because I remember Rocket narrates like, "Oh, where all these people came from."
Hmm.
Yeah. But they were refugees of their own country.
Yeah,
So that's basically
Oh
what
yeah, yeah.
they
It was
were.
just low income housing project.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Well, I mean, I guess that still ties back to like what I was saying of like it's way more like it was the rich against the poor, and the cops were there to make
Maintain
sure
it.
that they were doing whatever the rich wanted them to do. You know?
Yeah.
And they just killed that kid when they walked past Clipper. And they're like, "Oh, I don't think he was a robber." And they're like, "All right, well, I'll just put a
Oh
gun on him."
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Because he like took off running.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah,
the cops like was like, "No arrest." It was like shoot to kill, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it was on site because they thought that they murdered all those people.
Yeah. It was pretty fucked. And then the cops too, like they're pretty raggedy. And then by the end of it, they're like an actual police force. Like they have cop cars and like uniforms and shit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, before they're just bombing around in like the dude's personal Volkswagen, it looked like.
Yeah.
And Volkswagens are pretty popular in Brazil during that time.
They're cheap to make and they're easy to fix. One of the great cars. You still see them like if you go to like Mexico, there's still fucking Volkswagens all over the place.
Have you seen
Like-
the new electric bug buses?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are cool as fuck.
those are cool. What'd you guys think of the violence in this movie? Some critics argued that it was like a little bit exploitive, but
Uh-huh.
I thought it I mean, I'm not from there obviously, but to me it didn't feel exploitive. It felt more like because it was not like really done for it didn't seem like it was done for show.
Right.
So it felt more real, more grounded to show like this is the reality of the people who live in these places.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it didn't seem glorified in the same way that like crime movies are kind of glorified in the US.
Like how you mentioned when a boss gets killed and it's like slow mo and he gets like a song and he's like falling back slowly. Yeah, there wasn't any of that.
I think the only person who gets like that at all was when
Knockout.
Benny?
what was
Oh.
it when what's his name's pushing the car? I think that's like the only moment.
Oh, Shaggy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like
that,
when Lil Z dies, it's very like unceremonious.
Hmm.
I guess Benny gets a moment because he was such like a pivotal figure in the community.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Knockout Ned
it
gets
triggered.
a cinematic moment.
Yeah, knockout
he
at the
does.
end. Yeah. But those people are those are the main I feel like those are the main characters in a way. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
those are the people that we had like big emotional attachments to. And I feel like Lil Z, I mean, he was a main character, but he was a villain. So it was like he was just another guy. He was just a dude.
I mean,
Point in
he
time.
got a little bit of a cinematic.
I guess I
Ending?
mean he did, yeah. But it wasn't like
It wasn't on a grand scale.
yeah.
It was more like
Benny's death was
damn,
like
he kind of got what was coming to him.
Yeah.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think damn, was this I feel like because you asked like how did we feel about the violence?
Did it feel
and you
exploitive or
mentioned-
did you feel more
you mentioned-
unflinching?
Yeah, you mentioned that the critics said that it was exploitive.
Some of them. Some of the
Some of
Brazilian critics felt it was a little exploitive, where
Mhm.
others
Mm.
appreciated how grounded it was.
Oh, and they were like specifically Brazilian critics. Because I was gonna say like, who are the critics? You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's more of like a, I don't know. Again, I go back and also like you, I don't really know like their culture out there, but I do feel like this paints a picture of a world where it is very violent, where there's a struggle for everything. I mean, in the beginning, the trio, the trio in the beginning, they were doing all that stuff because they weren't getting what they needed. Like they robbed that truck to get gas, like a
Yeah.
simple like thing that everyone needs to, cook or just to heat up stuff. Like they had to fight and like battle for everything that they own. So I feel like I could understand the escalation of like how it started from something small and it just kind of kept on going. And I feel like when you start with violence, it's hard to not keep going. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it was too exploitive. I think that it was I think it painted a picture really really good. Didn't feel like a lot to me. Maybe one scene, but it was just because it was hard to watch. Like the kid scene, that one was a hard scene to watch. But that's just a personal thing. I don't like watching kids go through traumatic shit.
Yeah, I think that's definitely an American thing.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Because mad kids, like you see mad kids get murdered in this.
We've seen so many kids die
Yeah.
from this podcast.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, we have.
But yeah, I didn't think the violence was too much. Like you said, it was very grounded. It felt real. It felt raw. It felt like it needed to be like it needed to be the way that it was to kind of put us in that situation with them.
This kind of links it. So I was saying how because Rocket's a narrator and things seem bigger than they were.
Mhm.
So for like when he's a kid and the Tender Trio do their crimes, it's more glorified in like a Robin Hood like getaway type of way when they're giving people the gas. And that's where it seems way more like a legend, like retelling a story of something that happened, but he didn't actually witness. And then when you get the gang stories when he's older, because he's more a part of the world, it's way less glamorous and it's way more like grounded and real. Where it felt like everything the Tender Trio did felt a little bit more like fairy tale telling. Like relaying like, oh, look at these figures of the community that everybody loved. No one would rat on them. Nobody talked about the Tender Trio. They never hurt anybody. Look at the way they gave gas to the poor. Look at all the gold jewels they got from when they robbed the motel or whatever. And like it was like more like a story. And then when it goes to the future with Little Z, the way he tells the narrative is completely different. Everything's it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
It's a lot more because he's in it now. As before, he was like a child, so he didn't like fully comprehend what was going on. So he was relaying it in the way that he remembered it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
One thing I thought was interesting too, I don't know if you noticed, but as the movie went on, the gang members get younger.
Yeah.
So it's a Tender Trio who are like, what, late high school age?
Mm-hmm.
And then we see from the hotel, it's like, was there like Mama something was selling weed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes like one of her people betray her and take her over. And he was like an older dude. And then it became Blackie, who was a Carrot, who was like an adult. He was like the only adult left that was still a drug dealer. And then it was like Blackie, who was slightly older than Little Z, then Little Z, and then the Runts. So like as time went on, the gang members just became younger and younger and younger, and more violent and less educated. I don't know if you noticed, but you'd be like, all right, can you read? All right, you can read. You can do this. Oh, you can't read? All right, you're a soldier. Oh, you know math? You're an accountant.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the gang members became younger as the favela got bigger. I don't know if it's a population thing. Less opportunities.
I was trying to figure out a way to like ask that question of like, what does that say about, what do you think that says about like the society in that city? Like what causes that, you know?
Well, I feel like in a lot of places where there's hungry people and broke people and a lot of people, you see a lot more crime.
Yeah.
But you see crime where it's like generations of people that have been in crime. But I feel like because there was a war going on, they had hella people joining. I feel like all the old people were dying.
Yeah, dude. By the end, it was just all kid soldiers.
Yeah, by the end, it was just kids. Like I think Rocket mentions it. Like at the end, it's just like it reverted. It became just kids, like with guns fighting each other. Or is it a Knockout? Knockout mentioned something about it just being like kids. Yeah,
because the war goes on for a year, and by the end of it, they're like all out of their main soldiers, so they're like recruiting people who just have like gripes against other kids.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he made fun of me, so I'm gonna fucking shoot him.
Oh,
like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like the reasonings for murder were like so small.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, so nonchalant.
But I think that goes back to like the culture of like people die all the time for any reason, you know?
Yeah.
And like in a dense population like that, it almost becomes like you have to choose between either of the sides.
hmm
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like it, right? Because like
Mhm.
even they said they had checkpoints, so you can go
Yeah.
to one side of the city or the next.
hmm
Would all of this been avoided if Benny would have just let little Z take out Carrot when he took out everybody else?
I think all of this would have been avoided if Lil Dice got like a hug or like people listen to him and like fucking was it Shaggy? Shaggy's the brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Shaggy would have not of like bullied the shit out of Lil Dice and like I think if they would have just listened to him a little bit more when he was a kid, just done something, man.
Or if they just let him be a fucking kid instead of like bringing him along or these heists.
Well, I think
I mean, like, fuck
I feel
off,
like
go
that,
be a kid, go play soccer.
I feel like that's hard though, because I think when I mean, just assuming if you're in a family and you see the one person that you look up to doing this one specific thing, you're gonna want to do what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think he just needed a little bit more love and care, man, because he was having so much fun murdering all those people in the hotel.
That was gonna
fucking fun.
It was like a video game to him.
You brought it up. I was gonna pose this question. So, do you think he's a product of his environment, or do you think he's born evil?
Ooh.
He's just a symbol of pure chaos.
I feel like I think that argument is always a mixture of both. I don't think it's black or white. I think it's gray. I think that
Which way do you think it leans more to?
I think in this specific scenario, it's the environment.
You think so? I
yeah.
think he leans toward being a psychopath.
I think that there was like a right mixture of like, I'm trying to find the word. It was like the perfect ingredients that happened that like sparked all of this within him. I'm not saying that he probably wasn't like a psychopath from the beginning, but I think he was put in this world where he could flourish and become the best psychopath that anyone has ever seen. You know what I mean? Like in a world, like it's good to fight like that. Like if you fight like that, you're gonna get so much power. And he had the right characteristics to be like, I could make it here. Like I could take over. All we need to do is just murder these people. Easy. I've murdered so many people before, and then he just like goes off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if he was put in another world where that wasn't like the norm and it wasn't going to be easy for him to do, I think he probably would have ended up a little bit different. He probably would have been weird, but a little bit different.
Yeah. I think in order to make that determination, we need a little bit more. Like I need more backstory. I need to know like how he was growing up, even at the younger age. Like did he lose his parents? Is he like a street kid? Like did he get beat? Like where the fuck are his parents? You know, those formative years up until the point where he started being more active with the Tender trio. Like what happened before that?
Yeah, that's a good point because like they think he got after the motel job, and like nobody goes and looks for him.
Yeah,
they're like, well, I guess little Dice got.
Yeah, and it might have been just like fortunately victim of circumstance. He just wanted a family. He just wanted to be a part of something, and that was his in.
And I think this also ties in well to like how Rocket's our narrator, so our understanding comes from Rocket's understanding, and from what he remembers of the Tender Trio, they were never like this super hyper violent like gang like that.
Yeah,
but yet little Dice who hung around with them was this like little maniac, little psychopath.
Yeah.
So maybe there was more violence going on with the Tender Trio, or maybe he saw the way that they were and he was like, nah, these dudes are soft. Like that's not the way you do it. And he became harder because he said it, because even Rocket says he's like the Tender Trio were small time to like be a big, what did they call him? A big hood. You need to have ideas. Little Dice had ideas.
Well, in the time where he was missing, to where I forgot what that other brother's name or that other character's name was.
Benny.
No.
Goose?
Goose, yeah. So between the time where he went missing from the motel to the time where he met up with Goose accidentally, like him and Benny were pretty successful. Like
Yeah.
they had money, they had guns, like they were already on the path, and then yeah, so like you were saying, he just probably was smarter at like more street smart at such a young age. So like he was destined to be a great hood.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
a funny way they call gangsters a hood.
Hood.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I like that. Even though he had all these street smarts, all this money, all this power, he didn't know how to talk to women.
Yeah, he had no riz.
Yeah, he was his on the spectrum was just being really bomb at being like a criminal, being a hood. But his like interactions with normal people in the day to day was just not existent at all.
Yeah.
He ain't got no bitches.
No bitches.
Maidenless.
Maidenless, bro.
Even Benny tells him, he's like, you need to get a girlfriend, dude. You're out here trying to kill everybody. You need to fucking relax.
Well, I feel like that, like if Benny wouldn't have told him that, do you think the whole thing with Knockout Ned would have happened?
That's a good question.
Because like the only reason why the whole Knockout Ned thing happens is because he tries to talk to Knockout Ned's girlfriend, but that's after Benny tells him like, "Yo, you need a chick."
That's true. But this is way after, because it's after Benny dies that he does that.
No, they haven't. No, they have an interaction.
It's all the same. It's like the same scene.
Mhm.
Wait, is Knockout Ned the dude he makes strip?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even realize that was Knockout Ned.
Yeah.
I didn't make that connection.
Yeah, and that was his girlfriend. And
because we don't realize. Wait, do we know that's Knockout Ned already? Did they already have the bus jet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because Lil Z's not used to not getting told no.
Yeah. He's never been told no. He's a criminal. He's a hood. So he can do what he wants.
Whoever tells him no dies.
That scene, the rape scene was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And the way that it was shot and the way that it was, put together, like you felt the heaviness of it. It was really cool. It was almost like the way that they made it seem like you were kind of coming to, like the audience was kind of in a daze, and like we were like closing our eyes and then opening. Yeah, exactly. That's who we were. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when I realized that scene. I was like, oh, it's because he's good looking. Because he didn't knock out nobody in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then his brother, dude, he just shanks him and then like just gets fucking lit up.
Yeah.
They fucking light up his whole house and murder his uncle. Like,
yeah. I thought for a second, I thought that he got Lil Z. I was like, damn, chest fucking shot. Like that was sick. Mm-hmm. He knew what he needed to do and he did it. But then at the end, it's like, oh, I'm just injured.
Yeah, got me in the arm. Fine.
Fucking dude.
But so in a way, Benny, in a roundabout way, is Benny responsible for the fall of Little Z?
Damn, that was the question that I was going to come back to.
Because he told him you need a girl, which led him to go out to knock out Ned's girl.
Yeah.
But he didn't know that Knockout Ned was the best marksman in his battalion.
He did.
So he let him live, then fucking Knockout Ned joins Karat and then just starts fucking sniping fools.
Mm-hmm. I think so, maybe in a way. I think inadvertently he caused a war. There's a multiverse where Benny didn't say that. And Lil Z continued on in his like control of the city.
So I didn't remember the second half of the movie. I thought for sure Little Z was gonna like end up being. I'm like, is this dude like just got like a hard on for Benny? Like, is he low key gay? Is he gonna like be mad that Benny's leaving and he's gonna like inadvertently like kill his best friend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna happen, but then what actually happens was kind of sadder.
Yeah,
took a bullet for Lil Z unintentionally.
Just adding to the theory of Benny being the reason why Lil Z goes off the deep end.
Butterfly wing, flap somewhere. The bullet hit Benny. And then
Nice.
Benny was so loved that, like, when he goes to Carrot and he's like, I killed Benny. He's like, you killed what? Oh, dude, Benny was cool. And he just, boom.
Yeah, because then Carrot,
That was it for Blackie.
He's
Carrot
like, "You
also knew, like,
dumbass."
yeah,
Yeah.
Carrot also understood,
Like,
like,
you killed
Benny's.
the kill. What did he say? You killed the coolest hit in the city of God?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, you basically started this war. Boom.
He's like, you fucking dumbass.
What do you think would have happened had Blackie actually shot Lil Z? You think it would have been a happy ending in the City of God?
I think it would have been there would have been a power vacuum,
Mhm.
and Benny would have either had to have made the choice to
Step up.
avenge his friend.
Mm.
But I think what would have ended up happening is Carrot would have just gave up Blackie for him because he's cooler with Benny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Either Benny avenges his friend and takes over, or he leaves with Angelica, and there's a power vacuum, and there's another gang war, but Carrot's organized, so he probably ends up winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plan was solid. That was a good place to like try
To do
to
it.
shoot Lil Z. Yeah.
Yeah, and a pack. Yeah, because he got away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a solid plan. The way he did it though, like fucking side arming it, like at like his hip shooting, like not aiming at all.
Yeah.
Reminded me of John Wick when they're like
Yeah,
shooting each
Oh.
other.
when he's
In
fighting
the-
Robin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this dude fucking quick draw McGraw over here. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude.
You picked the worst fucking time too. If
I
you
know.
couldn't wait just a little
The
bit
lights
longer.
were flashing.
For
The lights
real.
were flashing. The music was loud. They're scuffling. Like, bro,
Well,
Fighting
that is,
over
I
a
feel like
camera.
that is the best
read the
time.
room.
But you also need to be closer if you do something like that.
Well, he had fucking Deadeye, dude. He's just like, Benny just died immediately.
Yeah.
Dude's done. Like, no bleeding out. He was just one shot.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, where'd he hit this fool?
Fucking heart
Nah.
shot.
Right in his heart.
Ooh.
Hey, the smartest character in the whole movie was Angelica because she bounces. She never comes back.
Yeah, we don't see her at all after
You don't
that.
see her again after the party.
True.
I mean, I would get out too, like, because Lil Z tells her, like, this is all your fault.
Yeah, I'd bounce. That dude's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, there's like so many fucking layers to this movie and so many different characters that get so much exposition. I was right now just thinking about Thiago and like his character arc and what the fuck happened to him.
Yeah.
Like that, what happened to him was fucking shitty too. Poor guy.
Who's that guy?
Thiago, her first boyfriend.
Her first
Angelica's
boyfriend.
The, like,
Oh.
Yeah, the redhead.
the redhead
redhead,
white
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. I forgot about that guy.
He went down a hole, got addicted to coke, started
Yeah.
like running drugs for the It's like
Became
bro.
their like accountant.
yeah.
Yeah.
And ended up fucking getting dome shotted in the final confrontation.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. Just so many different characters with so much depth to them.
hmm
It was a 2-hour long movie, and it didn't feel 2 hours.
Nah.
No.
Like it
This
went
was-
by so fast.
Yeah.
I think it's because it was enjoyable. We were all having a good time watching this movie individually, but
And
Yeah.
I think the way that it's filmed too, because it's segmented,
mhm.
like it kind of keeps it fresh. Because like it's like, oh, the Tender Trio story, and then you're learning about this and quick exposition and backstory about this fucking apartment,
Yeah.
and now we're back to Little Z taking it over.
Damn, I forgot
Yeah.
about that little exposition about just the
Yeah.
apartment. Yeah, that's
They did that scene really cool too because it's
Yeah.
like they fade in and out of like
Yeah.
people being in there. I thought that was really dope.
and it's just one shot the whole
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
It is the camera work like I don't was this one of the movies that was done on like a shoestring budget? It's
3.3 million, so it had a decent budget.
yeah. I mean, this feels like what happens when you give a great filmmaker a little bit of money,
Yep.
just, like enough to cover their costs. Like
Mhm.
was this a directorial debut?
No, it wasn't his directorial debut, I don't believe.
Mm.
Let me see.
Checking. No, he had done 2 other movies prior.
But this is the
Okay.
one that like put him on the map.
Yeah,
Mhm.
rightfully so.
And he co-directed it too, which is usually like, all right, let's wrap this up. Do we have anything else we want to touch on about the movie?
Um,
Anything else that stood out to you guys?
can we talk about the kid scene? Because I feel like we've
All right.
we've
Yeah. The kid scene. I was gonna pose like, was there a scene in this movie that you thought took it a step too far?
the kid scene was okay. I mean, it didn't. I feel like it solidified Lil Z's like him being a villain. I don't know if I would say it took it too far in the terms of like it shouldn't have been in the movie. I feel like if it wasn't in the movie, you wouldn't have known like the really high intense level of villain that Little Z is, but it was hard to watch. Like the emotion that the kids go through, there I really felt like that kid was crying for his life, dude. Like I was like, I mean, and hearing that these kids were like actual kids from the town and like they had no previous acting experience, like, dude, that's crazy. Because
Dude, they killed it in that scene.
that kid
Yeah.
had so much emotion in that scene.
Both of them.
Both of them did, and it was just so hard. 3 of them, because even the one
Oh,
who has
yeah.
to shoot the kid afterwards, like when he's done, and
Steak?
he just like steak, and he just like staring like at what he just did. Like, dude, that was such a hard scene, and that's the one scene that sticks out in this movie. Whenever I think of this movie, because it's such a rough watch. But really well done. Like those kids acted the shit out of that scene. But it was definitely hard.
Yeah. As you were saying all of that, I was trying my hardest to think of a scene that was as impactful as that one. The only one that I can think of that might come close is when Shorty found out that his wife was cheating on him. And then
Yeah.
like we don't see it, but like the act that takes place.
We hear it. We hear
like,
the thump.
Yeah, we hear the thunk and we see the aftermath and like him digging the hole, and it's like, holy shit. But yeah, the kid scene, like you said, that little kid deserves a fucking Oscar for his performance. Because he showed so much way more emotion in the span of a minute than Gal Gadot has shown in her entire career.
Shots fired. Just taking a shot at Gal Gadot.
Got her.
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah. No, I agree with you. That scene was rough. It was rough and tough.
Rough and tough.
Yeah, that scene was definitely impactful for sure. And the sadisticness of it too. It kind of like he did like a little trading day. He's like left nut, right nut. Like which one do you want?
Yeah.
And then with the kids, he's like, all right, your hand or your foot. You're gonna get shot in one of them. Which one is it?
Yeah.
And the older kid like puts out his hand, so then the younger kid follows suit. He's like, all right, and he shoots them both in the foot.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, just to fuck with them, just that extra layer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then to force the other kid to be like, all right, prove you're about it. Kill one, pick one. I don't care which.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the emotion during like, because for a couple of seconds you think he's gonna kill
The
the
little
little
one.
The
kid,
older one.
and you're like, fuck, this little kid's gonna fucking get shot right now. Like this is gonna happen in this fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the last moment he switches. It doesn't make it any better, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
was
the kid
still
was the
very
older
intense.
kid, but he was like, I don't know, like a
Still a
10-year-old
kid.
versus a 5-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
he's still like a small child.
Yeah.
And the way he dies too, he just like crumbles into the corner.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn. I feel like it kind of a lot of this movie kind of reminded me of in a way with like when evil lurks.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
the type of violence that they show, like just nonchalantly, is like not. We don't really see that type of violence in movies in the U.S. unless you're looking at like a mad like indie film.
Yeah.
Or I guess now it's a little bit more common, maybe like in an A24 film or something. But like usually most movies, it ain't done in such an unceremonious way.
For real.
I think what a lot of like American movies do is they use sound to kind of distract from what's being shown. Because after watching a lot of these foreign movies, whenever some of these heavy scenes are like these children dying scenes, there's no sound along
they
with
make
it. It's
you
just
be there.
yeah,
Mhm.
it makes it that much more heavy.
It's hard to sit through that shit when you're forced to just listen to the sound of children crying.
Mm-hmm.
Crying
hard.
and dying.
Crying and dying.
The silence is so fucking loud at times.
Yeah. It was a good question.
Yeah, that was it's hard to say if that was like a good scene, but it was a good scene.
Yeah.
But it was a rough scene for sure.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys wanted to touch on?
At least the runts get their revenge at the end.
Yeah. But that was also kind of sad too, right? The like cyclical nature of this movie. It's like
Yeah.
nothing changed. Like
Nothing. In fact, it got even worse.
they became a worse little Z.
Yeah. They literally killed the monster and became the monster at a
Yeah.
younger age. But so is life.
That's because they are younger. It's like it's easier for kids to like commit violence because their brain's not like fully developed yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have full control of their empathy yet.
Movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I mean, and it was pretty successful. Had a budget of 3.3 million. It made 30.6 worldwide, with 7.5 coming in the US.
Nice.
Okay.
It was pretty successful. Made 10 times its budget. And one thing that I thought was pretty cool, like we talked about earlier, how a lot of these kids were from the favelas. Rocket and Little Z were from City of God.
Oh, okay.
And after the film ended, the producers and like directors, people who worked on it, felt it was their job to like help the kids get more work, because like we can't teach them all these skills and just be like, all right, like they don't have the know-how to get it. So like they kind of helped a lot of these people like start their careers in acting like after the movie came out.
That's
Nice.
sick.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it should be done, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna film in a certain place, use the local people, give back, like uplift.
Yeah.
Don't just take.
Yeah.
That's awesome though.
And it's crazy too, because like the one actor, Carrot, who was very good, so we didn't really talk about Carrot, but I did like Carrot's character. Like apparently he had like gotten really big right before this movie came out, and the director was like didn't really want to use him because he's afraid he was going to distract from the movie, because he is going to have this big name actor on it now, and he's like, no, don't worry about it. Like you're not even going to notice me in the movie. And to be completely honest, like Carrot was good, but like compared to the other people in the movie, like he didn't stand out as being like crazy exceptional or anything like that.
Yeah. I feel like well, because Knockout joins the side, and I think Knockout becomes way more integral to the war than Carrot, even though Carrot is the catalyst, or like not the catalyst, but Carrot is the dude leading the other side of the army, but he's not even like that. He's not that big compared to Knockout, you know? Knockout becomes this like fucking legend.
Yeah. Carrot definitely gives off like general vibes, where he's he's tasking everything
He's
out.
the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Ned becomes the, like you said, the face, the icon behind the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see, guys,
America?
see during the credits how they showed
Carrot's,
the actual
Nick Fury.
actual videotape of Knockout Ned?
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
What?
Yeah, at the end of the credits, you see the actual news recording when that news recording when he's like, I don't know how they keep arresting me. They never arrest Little Z. They only arrest us. And then the credits, they show the real Knockout Ned in that actual interview.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of pictures that float through, and it shows their like real counterpart, or like what their actual counterpart is supposed to be. That was pretty cool. I like movies that do things like that, or shows like Band of Brothers did that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy how like Rocket gets his big break because Thiago's like, oh, I know a guy who can take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, cool. And then we didn't even mention that he just like bangs the journalist.
Oh yeah, but he finally loses his virginity, and it's to the journalist.
Yeah, and
all because she liked that he yelled at her.
Sometimes you gotta be a bad guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't even a bad guy. He was just like, bitch, you can be
No,
killed.
he was scared. Yeah, I mean that was out of necessity. He was actually fearing
terrified.
for his life. Yeah, yeah,
She's like, all right, I guess you could stay at my place. I'll keep you warm.
yeah. I mean, it's
And
the
I-
least she could do for almost getting him murdered. So
One thing that was pretty crazy, because he's from City of God, during that scene when she's like, "Oh, you could take a shower," and he's like, "Oh, you have hot water here?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, why do you not have that?" She's like, "Yeah, you've never taken a hot bath before," and he's like, "No, I haven't. We have to like heat it up in a pot." That was
Mhm.
unscripted. That was just the two actors like having a conversation, and they decided to keep it in.
dang,
So like that's a
That's cool.
reality. They don't got
Reality.
hot water like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was his reality. He's in the movie.
hmm
It's been a while, but we have a return from my boy Ebert.
Damn, he's back.
Oh, snap.
Roger Ebert awarded this movie 4 out of 4 stars.
Damn.
He says, City of God churns with furious energy as it plunges into the story of the slum gangs of Rio de Janeiro. Breathtaking and terrifying, urgently involved with its characters, it announces a new director of great gifts and passions, Fernando Meirelles. Remember the name.
Mm.
How bricked up are you right now, Dale? Reading that.
I wish I
4
could
out of
write half as good as Ebert.
4. I mean, I don't always agree with Ebert, but this is a solid movie. So
Yeah.
yeah, he made a good choice. Good pick. Good pick. Ebert.
I agree with his word salad.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, should we get into our reviews?
Get it?
All right. So IMDb has this movie at a 91%. No, I mean, my bad. IMDb has it at an 8.6, which is very high for IMDb. And Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 91%. It's lower than I thought it was going to be, if I'm being completely honest. But this might be one of our highest rated IMDb scores at 8.6. It's pretty high. All right, I'll start first since I added the movie to the list. So on the pod, we have seen quite a decent amount of foreign films up until this point. I think this movie is an A. I've been struggling as to whether or not I think this is the best foreign film that we've covered on the pod. I think live action, I say definitively yes. I don't know if this movie's better than Grave of the Fireflies, but they're both really fucking sad at times and show a very harrowing point of history. City of God is great, especially considering that the actors are all people from within the city, untrained amateur actors who put out some of the best performances I think we've seen on this podcast. The storytelling, the editing, the writing in this movie all felt so natural and did a great job. I felt, as someone who's not from Brazil, of being transported into the favelas and being there with the characters. I would highly recommend this movie to anybody who can stomach. It is a pretty violent movie. Now, it's not graphic in the sense where like it's super bloody and you see like body parts or anything everywhere, but there's a lot of death. So I recommend it if you can stand those things. But if you like gangster movies, if you like foreign films, if you like movies at this point, can be considered a historical movie because it covers the 60s from the 80s. I think this is a great look at another culture, kind of the trials and tribulations that someone else has to live through, and how it can affect the community and how people respond to these types of like living situations that people have to deal with in the City of God in Brazil. But everything about this movie was great. There's not anything about this movie where I didn't like. Everything was top notch. A. Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Nice.
Twan, why don't you go next?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, this movie. What can I say? Other than this movie churns with furious energy as it plunges into the story of the slum gangs of Rio de Janeiro. um, no, it was a great film. It was a great film. I really enjoyed watching it. Just the fact that uh the actors weren't actual actors. I mean, it's shouldn't be a surprise considering all the movies that we've seen where uh non big name actors fucking kill it. Everyone kills it in this movie. It's very grounded. It feels very real and raw and yeah, like you said, it puts you in that place and time and you're there experiencing life with the main character. Um, the way that it was filmed and the way that it was edited was done really well. Like we've said, it's very Tarantino esque in the sense where it's segmented and the segments aren't linear. They kind of they jump around, but not too much, and it's not confusing in any way. Like the story is still very easy to follow, and just the depth of the characters and how much how much depth each character has. Even some of the smaller characters like Shorty, we kind of see him have like a small character arc. So it just speaks to the detail that was put into the script writing. But yeah, it great film. Got like I'd seriously even if I wanted to nitpick, there's like nothing I can nitpick because it's just overall great. Like you said, it is violent, but not. It's very contained violence. It's very real. It's almost like you're watching, I don't know, clips that you see on the internet where it's not the deaths aren't grand. It's just very, bang bang dead type of death. Which that's how it is in real life. So it's just another one of those elements of reality that this movie has. But all that to say, I give this movie an A. I would definitely recommend to anyone that watches movies. This is just one of those great films, and I'm glad to have watched this movie because it was so good. And after seeing this, I definitely want to check out some more Brazilian films because I don't think I've seen any other ones besides this.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I have either.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
All right, 2 A's. Saya, finish it off.
The
Finish us.
I'll finish you guys. The wheel definitely blessed us this week. I think I asked for a good drama. And
you did.
the wheel definitely delivered. I love this movie. This is a A. It's got to be a solid A for me. I love the writing, like the storytelling that we got from this was so well done, so cohesive, so easy to follow. Cinematography was great. Like the shots that we get of the city when it's first beginning as like a small little like housing, like a housing project. So when it becomes this whole grand city, there's music in it too, and I feel like the music really helps tell the story of like the people living within the city. And we get that shot of like Benny, like I talked about earlier, Benny working through the different groups, like hitting the different types of music that's all living in this vibrant city. Like you both mentioned, we get transported into this world, and it's so well done, so well acted. All these people, I didn't even know that they were like just normal people that had lived in the city. Knowing that makes me love it even more. They did such a really great job. Like all the actors in it, it doesn't feel. None of those lines felt like they were faked or like it didn't feel like this was this person's first time acting. They didn't know how to deliver a line. Like everyone fucking killed it in this movie. I recommend it for sure. Show everyone that you can. Yes, it is pretty violent. So get ready for that. That's a little like asterisk that's there. But I mean, it's such a good such a good movie, man. Like I think you really have to watch it to experience it because it's just so well done and it really tells a good story of like what happens when a city is starting up and you have to fight for everything that you need and like what that could potentially lead to and the people that struggle or the people that strive through like all of this. Solid A. I feel like if I say more, I'm just gonna be yapping. So this is it. This is a hard A for this movie.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
3 A's. When's the last movie we watched that we gave 3 A's to? It's been a while.
Grave.
Grave of the Fireflies. Is that the last one?
I think so.
Probably. Yeah.
Damn.
I think we just need movies where children die and then we just give them A's.
Damn, that's true. It's a good way to tug at the heartstrings. All right.
Well-
So 3 A's, a highly recommend from the three of us. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's an amazing foreign film. I can see why it's on so many lists of like one of the best foreign films ever, best action movies or whatever. Although I wouldn't really classify this movie as an action film, but
Mhm.
it's great. It's a must watch. All right, should we will it and deal it?
Fucking wheel you and deal you.
And what was the movie you wanted me to add one?
Oh, bringing out the dead.
Bringing
Bringing out
out the dead.
There's another one. Return to Oz.
Oh, that's what it was. Return to Oz. All right, what do we want? What are we feeling this week?
Take me back to Japan and give me Ju-on.
Another Japanese movie. What about you, Twan?
Roar.
Roar. I want a silly movie, man. Give me like a dumb comedy.
Rubber would be cool too. I would
Dumb
like
comedy
Rubber.
would be great.
I thought you were gonna be banging for Ed Wood.
Damn, should I? I feel like when you call it, you don't get it. But you know what? Fuck it. We'll go Ed Wood. Ed Wood. Give it to me. See what we get.
Get that wood.
That wood.
Give me that wood.
Give me that chew. Uh-huh.
I want to hear you more. Let's see. Ed Wood.
You know fucking way, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Sleepy Hollow. Dang, we were this close, dude.
The
Those
birds.
are burbs.
Damn,
this the
by
one
a
with Tom
fucking
Hanks?
hair.
Yeah, this is the
I've
Tommy
never-
Hanks movie.
Never seen this movie before.
Thomas Hanks.
Damn.
Tomathan?
The Burbs. The will has spoken.
That's crazy.
The
We were so close to
Burbs.
Ed Wood.
I know, dude. I was like, no way, we fucking got it. The
Honestly,
Burbs.
it's the it's manifesting, bro. Sometimes you just gotta speak it into existence, you know?
Ed Wood has been like almost gotten. I don't know how many times. It's been like had the most close calls. I feel
he's-
like.
he's edging us.
Yeah, it's the Edge Lord.
Luckily I like being edged, so keep it coming.
All right, guys. The will has spoken, and we are going back to America, baby.
America.
Just in time for Freedom Weekend. We are covering The Burbs. This is a young Tom Hanks movie, so it should be interesting. A 1989 Tom Hanks movie. Pre-Forrest Gump, pre-Saving Private Ryan, pre-Tom Hanks being Tom Hanks, I think.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, pre-Sleepless in Seattle? Yeah, it was the early 90s, right? Well, thank you guys for joining us as we covered 2002's City of God. It is a highly recommend from the three of us. All of us gave it an A. It's arguably one of our highest rated films on the podcast. I dare say it's a must watch.
Dare say.
There's it.
If you guys haven't done so already, give us a follow on our social medias. We are on Instagram, TikTok, X/Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Threads, and occasionally on Twitch. If you guys need more movie content to watch, keep a lookout on our social medias for our 1-minute reviews. Some movies are kind of covering that don't quote unquote fall into the category for the larger pod, some movies that we're watching on the side. So take a look if you guys need more movie reviews. As always, I have been your host, The Dale, followed by my two co-hosts, Mr. Saya
Adios.
and Twan.
Bye.
Catch you guys next week. Bye.